There it is. Yay.
Ready to go. We're going to do color analysis class. Are y'all ready to learn some colors? I know that you're here. My name is Tanya Beach,
And I'm Dee Beasley Hayden.
and we're going to co-teach this class, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to learn what your color is, and if you are feeling drab, you're going to go from drab to
To
fab. That's what we're going to do. Yeah.
Look at that.
So get ready. Here we go.
All right, let's go.
So
Well, actually, we're going to talk about skincare first because you can't have a 10 look with a two skincare. So it's critical that you get with your consultant and that you are making sure that you have the right skincare regime based on your needs. Now, we offer 5 different skincare lines and we can customize and personalize just for you. The basics are you want to be sure and cleanse, tone, and then some type of daytime sunscreen and nighttime recovery, and then, of course, hydrate. And then, if you want to take the next steps, I always think of when I'm doing my skincare, it's like washing my face and brushing my teeth, right? I do those at the same time. So I'm washing my face and brushing my teeth, those two go together. But then, if you want to go the extra step, so maybe your skin is feeling kind of I call it hilly, like your makeup looks hilly, or halfway through the day, your makeup is gone, and maybe you have some dark spots, and maybe you have some light spots that are lighter than they should be and darker than they should be, then there are special products that you can use specifically for that need. And so we have everything from a professional grade microdermabrasion. So instead of going to the spa and spending $100 for one treatment, you're looking at a microdermabrasion set that's going to give you 9 months, y'all, worth of treatments at home, doing 2 to 3 times a week for less than a dinner out these days. You're going to be blown away. So the main thing that you want to think about is getting with your consultant, making sure that it's critical that you get on a good regime, a positive regime made in the USA, and that your consultant can work with you. You never have a buying mistake because everything's 100% guaranteed. But just remember, we have 5 different skincare sets, including one for men. Whoop, whoop, we just launched a new one. And we want to start there before we go into foundation. So with that being said, we've all washed our face, we've all done our little spa at-home spa treatments. Now we're going to move into finding the perfect shade. So let me start with, where'd my sheet go? Oh, here it is. Start here. That's right. So this is a great visual for you to see. And I hope it's not backwards on your screen. But so you're going to start with your undertone. So the undertone is, what does your skin look like without any makeup on? That's your undertone. And so your undertone is either going to be a cool undertone or a warm undertone. So cool tends to be, if you have a pinkish, let's say you go out to the sun and you instantly burn, or that would be the main pink ones. Maybe you have rosacea, you have a lot of rosacea, or anything that's, when you look, you kind of look reddish or pinkish. That would be a cool undertone. Your warm undertones would be typically fall into either a neutral or more of an olive. So, for example, I am a warm undertone because when I go outside, I will burn, but then I will tan. So that puts me into that neutral zone. But Tanya, she goes outside and she turns brown, browner. So she's definitely more of a warm undertone. So when you first identify, this is step one. Find out your undertone. We actually have a tool that we can use to help match your undertone. It's a three-step process. It's so simple. We're going to determine, are you warm or cool? Then we're going to determine if you are, if you like more of a matte or more of a luminous shade. So more combination oily will go to the oily side, and for matte, and then the luminous is for normal to dry. And then we're going to look at, are you an ivory, a beige, or a bronze skin tone? And then we drill down into those three things. And then that's how we can do a perfect foundation match. The one thing I always want to recommend is you do at least 2 times a year, you do a foundation checkup, because your skin tones, especially if you tend to have more warmer tones, and you also tan, and then you get lighter in the winter, then you want to make sure that you're doing a 2-time checkup to make sure you got the right foundation. Does that sound good? All right. And let's see what else. I think that's it. Okay. Tanya's going to come up next, and she's going to talk about the importance of matching hair color in your color palette. Used to go blonde, the hues, to such So the goal will always be, because they will, so that's how you want to see what you, if you were You told you were. Talk to your consultant. You're full. But then this, when you get down to the user, there. All right. So I love that, Tanya. And another quick way to identify those, there's different palettes that you can buy once you've identified what your season is, if you're a summer, spring, winter, or fall. And so this happens to be the fall, excuse me, the autumn, yes. And so I'm also a warm. Now, my eyes are not blue, but they're hazel, and I am blonde. And so when you look at the chart, it says probably I should be more of a spring. But because of my palette that I love and look great in, these colors here. And so this is just a fun palette, and these are available on Amazon. You can just look up anybody. It's called Color Me Beautiful Swatch Palette. So that's kind of fun. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to start with the autumn because that is me also. And then one of the things, Yes, let me talk about that. You're right. Okay, before I talk about that, let's talk about find your season. So this is another great reference point for you. And for example, we were just talking about being in autumn here. Now you'll see these colors are very, very dark on this page, but this is just kind of a base point. All of these are kind of base points. So that means you can go into these a little bit lighter, in this case, darker, lighter, darker, as long as you're staying within those hues. So this is your spring, this is your fall, autumn, and then you've got winter and then summer. Ta-da! So like today, I have more of a rusty, you can see the rust in my shirt and the rust in my pants. And so that falls into that warm autumn. But I've lightened it up with some of the blue. And then also we read it across or up and down.
Stay near warm.
Yeah, okay. So we would stay, trying to read it upside down. Yeah. So I can stay in this whole warm circle, which is what I did, right? With some of a little bit of my blue and my rust. And then, like Tanya was just talking about, she went into her pumpkin color. All right. So now we're going to take it to the next step and we're going to do eyes. So we're going to get very specific with the Mary Kay colors and our eyes. And so in this particular case, we break it down by eye color. So we've got blue, we have green and hazel, and then we have a brown eyes. And then we've identified 6 shades specifically. So let me just look at mine. So I'm a hazel autumn, Hazel. And by the way, when you have your own one-on-one consultation with your beauty consultant, then you're going to get one of these sheets. Yay. So you're going to be able to see exactly what is your colors based on your eye color and all that. And there's the other choices as well. But we've identified lipsticks, blushes, and eyeshadows that are going to make your colors look what looks best on you. All right. And so this particular one is a kind of a neutral pinkish, a little bit warm undertone here, and then a latte for the contouring, and then brown eyeliner, which is exactly what I have on today. And this particular one looks like a berry lip liner and a berry lipstick. And again, there's different, so what I have on today is more of a tangerine lip liner with some tangerine lips because I'm trying to pull out that rust, right? And then my eyeshadows, which by the way, our eyeshadows are called Chroma Fusion. So they're very high pigmentation. And so you're going to see that these are going to compare with a MAC or some of the higher pigmentation lines. And you're going to see ours are like less than like probably a fourth of the cost that you will see in those other lines in the department stores. So I put together a couple palettes just so you can see. So this is our cute little petite. Our petite eyeshadow. It holds 4 shadows. And so this one happens to be a plum. And so it's got a highlight, a mid-tone, a dark tone, and then we have a combination of both matte and shimmer. And depending on your eye shape, we can go into eye shapes too. Believe it or not, we all have different eye shapes. So I have a hooded eye, and Tanya has a hooded eye, but and you have all of us today have a hooded eye, but there's all kinds of eyes. There's hooded, there's um, close set, deep set, just normal. So we can even take your eyeshadows a step further. I love working with a deep set eye because we freak people out when we go, okay, don't put any dark colors on your lid, and they go, what? We're like, no, don't do that. So anyway, this is another choice. Again, this has some matte shades as well as some shimmer. And just so you know, no matter how old you are, you can wear shimmer. Don't let anybody tell you can't wear shimmer. Now, I'm not talking about glitter. I'm talking about shimmer. So don't be afraid of shimmer. So this is a great tool. So again, we have one We have a sheet for every season. And when you do your own personal consultation, you'll get your customized, personalized sheet. And then we'll have all the colors and all the suggestions that are going to be perfect for you.
Show them the gold.
Yes. Okay. So, yeah. So, Tanya was talking about her rings. And this is another great way, especially if you do an in person consultation with us. So, you can see this is just a gold shimmer piece of fabric. Doesn't that look lovely? So as you can tell, this looks very natural for me. So my hair, my undertone, and even if you don't see my rust, right? Um, I don't look washed out. Would you agree? All right. So over here we have their silver. Now I can wear some silver, but it's not my best color. Okay. But and you're gonna see why. As soon as I put this on, you're gonna go, oh, don't wear silver, girl. Okay, where did I go? I got totally washed out. There's no, wow. It's just really, really plain. Now, I can wear white. I can wear warm white better than I can wear bright white. All right. I can wear pink, but I'm usually better with a darker pink than a lighter pink. Although I do love our Mary Kay sales jackets, they're light pink. And so we just make it work. I wear a different color dress or top underneath. So when you meet with us again, we're going to take this and we're going to drape it over you. And then you're going to be able, so I'm going to put them side by side now. Now, which one? Which one? Can you tell? It's pretty cool, huh? Ta-da! So that's a little easier than the rings, but it gives you an idea. Let's see, what else did I need to talk about, Tanya? Is that it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, what you come back up to? So, we hope that this has been beneficial for you. We hope that this has been a little bit of a "Huh, I didn't know those things." And this is where your personal appointment with your beauty consultant will benefit you greatly. As a matter of fact, you can even host your girlfriends to come too, because we can do a color analysis and get you the right shades for your friends, your girlfriends, get all that and have it ready for you to be like just powerful with your color palette.
Yep, we're ready. Come on.
Yeah,
Tell
come
me
on.
what your season is.
That's right.
Season.
All right. Thanks for joining us tonight. We hope you had a great time. And remember, reach out to your beauty consultant. And we can't wait to hear from you and your questions. And have a blessed night. And as always, be the best, shine the light. Bye.